Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Viz, and welcome today to the latest episode in our Squad Builder series. Now, this squad that I'm showing you guys today is the best squad that I have personally played with in FIFA 13. The way that these players play together, the way they play off of one another, and the way that they just mesh together was really incredible. I've played 11 games with this squad so far, and I've won 9 and only drawn 2. I have not lost with this squad yet, and for me to put together a streak like that is really abnormal. I would consider myself a pretty strong FIFA player, but not that good. Like that I think that shows or speaks to the strength of this squad. A couple days ago, I was doing a pack opening, and I opened up this player right here, the Man City. So the transferred Stefan Jovetic. And I was looking at those stats, and I was like, 81 pace, 87 dribbling, 81 shot, and 76 heading. I was like, dang, that's a pretty solid looking player. And he has 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. So I was like, I think I got to put him in a squad. And he was already in a 3-5-2. So I was kind of thinking, yeah, I think this was meant to be. And so from there, I literally had set myself up just a 3-5-2, and I had just Stefan Jovetic in it. And I was kind of just scratching my head, trying to think of or figure out where I was going to go from there. So the second player that I put in the squad was Samir Nasri, just to get that Man City connection. And I was looking at this, and all of a sudden, if any of you guys have seen Despicable Me, you guys know what I'm gonna reference in a second. But I can't remember I think it was Dr. Gru. Was that his name? Dr. Gru? I don't know. But anyway, he has this moment in the movie where he goes, "Light the bulb." And that's exactly what I had. I knew at that instant exactly the squad that I was going to make. So basically what this squad ends up being is half French, and it's half French down the left side and half BPL down the right side. And so going from there, I knew that having two Man City players up top, there was only one player that I was going to have as my secondary striker, and that's Sergio Aguero. 88 pace, 91 dribbling, 84 shooting, 72 heading. I don't have to say anymore. You guys know how great Sergio Aguero is in this game. He is so good. Honestly, he's probably one of my favorite. He's definitely a top 5 favorite striker for me in this game. He scored me 6 goals in 11 games, which is not a ton, but he's just such a solid player all around. And these 3 players up top just made for a really good squad for me. So I just mentioned that the left side of the squad is indeed French, so I'm sure you guys can guess who we're going to put on the left mid, and that is Franck Ribéry, of course. Picked him up for 500k, and actually I built an all-French squad a while back. Some of you guys might remember that if we have any of our loyal subscribers watching this video, and I paid over 500k for him, or just over 500k, so his price really hasn't dropped that much in the past few months over in FIFA 13. Which is abnormal because a lot of other players' prices have just absolutely tanked. So again, I don't think I have to say too much about Franck Ribéry. You guys know he's an incredible player. You can see his stats there. 93 pace, 93 dribbling. He has 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and he scored me 4 goals in 7 games from the left mid position. And that's pretty solid. I think those are almost stats that you could expect from a left wing or even left forward position, but for him to have 4 goals in 7 games from a left mid position is really spectacular. Now onto our right mid position, filling it out with a Barclays Premier League player, we have the informed Juan Mata. And I can't say I liked Juan Mata as much at this midfield position as I liked Ribéry on the opposite side. He was just really a pretty quiet player all around for me. He 3-star weak foot, which was all right because he's a left foot player playing on the right mid position, so he can cut in and take shots with his left foot. But he only scored me 2 goals in 7 games, and like I said, he was just really quiet all around. He has medium work rates, so he just kind of sat around towards midfield and never made these like really spectacular runs. So I don't know. It's kind of give or take it or leave it. With Juan Mata for me. He was an alright player, but not someone I would pay 179k for. Now moving on to our 2 CDMs on the right CDM position, we have Yaya Toure keeping in with the kind of the Barclays, the Premier League connection here on the right side, and then on the left CDM position we have the team of the season Florent Balmont. I would assume that's how you say his name, being that he is French. But this guy is maybe the best CDM that I have played with in this game. Look at those stats. They are absolutely perfect for a CDM. 71 pace, 83 dribbling, 76 shooting, 83 defending, and the most important stat to me was the 87 passing. You guys know, if you guys have watched any of my other squad builder videos, that I like my CDMs to have really high passing stats. And that's because if I win back the ball in my defensive third, I can pass the ball up to my CDMs and they can make a really nice over-the-top through ball or something like that to my pacier strikers and hopefully get a nice counter attack built off of me winning the ball back in my defensive third. But he didn't score me any goals in the 10 games that I played him, but that's not what I had him in the squad for. I had him in this squad to play really solid defense and for his really exceptional passing, and that is exactly what he did for me. And Yaya Toure also a really, really exceptional player for me. And I think what really, really put these guys on another level for me in their position was the fact that they have medium attacking work rates and high defensive work rates. This meant that they never left my 3 center backs exposed. Whenever I was pushed up into the opponent's attacking third, they would kind of sit around the midfield or just beyond the midfield. But then if a counterattack ever got started, they were never pushed up so far that they weren't able to get back to play defense for me. And I just want to heap praise on these 2 CDMs. They're kind of the soul of this defense, and they just played so well for me. So moving on to our 3 center backs, we have the best 3 center back combo that I have played with in FIFA 13. So starting off at the right center back position, we have Vincent Kompany. In the middle, we have first informed Koscielny, and then on the left side, we have Eliakim Mangala. And I like these guys all around were so good for me. Koscielny scored me 3 goals in 10 games off corners. Ooh, I apologize for that. Kompany also scored me 3 goals off of corners, and then Mangala also scored me 1 goal in 9 games off of corners. And these guys are just so pacey, so strong, so good defensively, so good in the air that I cannot say enough about these 3 players. They were just an absolute stone wall. I have never had so many clean sheets with one team in my life. I probably shut out at least 4 or 5 opponents in the 11 games that I've played with the squad, and that very, very rarely happens to me. So the last player in our squad, we have the 86 rated Hugo Lloris. And I assume that's how you say his name. Honestly, this is another defensive player that I cannot say enough about. He was so good for me. He made absolutely spectacular saves, 90 diving, 91 reflexes, 85 handling, 84 positioning. I think those stats just kind of speak for themselves. He saved my butt so many times. So you guys can kind of see here where we got the French idea going down the left side here with Lloris, Koscielny, Mangala, Balmont, Nasri, and then Ribéry at the left mid. And then we have the BPL idea going kind of with Jovetic, Aguero, Nasri, Mata, Toure, and Kompany. And then Koscielny, Lloris, and Nasri are kind of those players that go both with BPL and French, and that those 3 players are what make this squad work in terms of getting that chemistry. Now, there are a couple players in this squad or actually one really, that I did not prefer at his position. Started out playing with Juan Mata at his position, but I ended up playing mostly with Ben Arfa. And if you guys remember from the last squad builder video that I made, I just absolutely what the heck was that? Absolutely raved about Ben Arfa. No, sorry. I raved about Ben Arfa. His left foot is an absolute rocket, and that 75 shooting is way underrated for him. Only scored me 1 goal in 6 games, but he does have 5-star skills, and he set up plays nicely for me and just was a fantastic player. Much prefer him over Juan Mata. Now, if ever Jovetic wasn't playing well for me in a game, I would put substitute in Benzema, and then I was able to get that French connection between Nasri and Benzema. Unfortunately, that drops down your chemistry to 97, but if you do that in game, I don't think that will affect your chemistry overall. Then we also have Remy. Played him for a couple games. I think he scored me a goal, but he really was kind of a non-factor for me. His pace was great, but his shooting really, I don't know, it did not live up to that 76 stat that you see there on his card. Then I also had Payet as a sub for Franck Ribéry. He is out of position and out of formation, but that's because the trade piles were all messed up this weekend, and I was not able to get those cards that I needed to change his position and his formation. But he has like just unbelievable free kicks. I actually scored one free kick with him. You'll see that in the goals at the end. He has free kick stats all over 90. Then we have Juan Mata. Talked a little bit about him. Gonalons, or Gonalon, I don't know how exactly you pronounce that name. I definitely don't speak French. He scored me a really nice goal and again was a really solid CDM. I just preferred playing Balmont in that left French CDM position. Then I had Lamps. Didn't play me very many games. Preferred playing Toure over Lampard. And then I also had Kabul, who I could sub in for Koscielny or Vincent Kompany. And if I had to play him in the middle, that was good because he had that French connection and then also that BPL connection. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you with some goals. This has been kind of a squad builder that's been dragging on, but I just had so much to say about this squad as it is my favorite squad that I played with in FIFA 13. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm going to leave you with some goals. But until next time, my name is Viz. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.